Life after death. Eyewitness accounts.
My name is Philip. On September 24, 1995, at approximately 1:30 a.m., I was shot during a failed robbery by the sheriff. The bullet shattered my knee and damaged an artery in my lower leg. I was told that I bled out during the operation. I remember two separate incidents. Both are different. For the first time, I found myself floating above an operating table. At the time, I was very interested in what was going on and worried about the excitement. The surgical light was in the way, so I moved down to look behind the female doctor. I remember laughing. She was too small and standing on something to reach the table. I also saw a man in surgical gear leaning against the wall, whom I recognized as the officer who accompanied me in the ambulance and with whom I developed a friendship. Both were confirmed after my recovery. Then the bubble burst. It's not accurate, but that's the best description, and everything went black. It was like moving, but slowly falling asleep. As a 4-year-old child, I stood barefoot in a beautiful mountain meadow. My plump, the little hand was held by the most handsome man I had ever seen. Greek god multiplied by 100. He radiated love, he shines like the sun, and I knew that I was safe with him. It was the most peaceful feeling of love I have ever experienced. We started walking along the path through the meadow, holding hands. I knew that he was leading me somewhere in particular. But the walk was also important. I have seen such amazing things. Colors, shapes, smells, everything was so clear and beautiful. It was like seeing for the first time. My guide enjoyed this walk as much as I did, pointing out new things and laughing at my enjoyment. The only sound he made was laughter, and it was as wonderful as anything else. It was the sound of a mountain stream, the first cry of a child. Ringing bells and thunder. I can never describe this sound. At the end of the path, we came to a point overlooking the valley. The valley was covered in fog clouds, so not only could you not see into it, but you could not get an accurate idea of the size of the valley. From the valley came these feelings, emotions that were so sad that I started crying. Feelings were sadness filled with longing. Much like wishing something didn't happen the way it did. Knowing it's too late to change things, but wishing anyway. My guide was also crying. A wasted life is too sad for words. The glow around my guide faded as a brighter, larger glow surrounded us. And I heard a voice in my head. The voice said, "Philip, this is the end of the path you are now on. Remember that I will always love you." The glow disappeared, my guide smiled and wiped my eyes. And the bubble popped again. I woke up in the recovery room crying like a baby. The nurse was standing over me trying to calm me down and telling me that it's over and I'll be fine and why I'm crying. I told her that I had a dream, a sad dream. She laughed and told me that the anesthetics given during surgery block the brain's ability to dream. She then asked me what my dream was. I couldn't tell her the whole story. I struggled with sleep. But I got through enough. She told me that the doctors twice had problems with me. I was under the knife for over 6 hours, and that I was bleeding. She then told me that she didn't think it was a dream and told me to go to sleep. I dreamed of a better life and future for myself and I knew it was possible. Since then, I have asked other doctors if it is possible to dream under anesthesia. Everyone said no. I'm still trying to convince myself otherwise. Well, at least I did. Sometimes, just before I fall asleep, I see my guide standing next to me. Personally, I believe that I had a glimpse of both heaven and hell, that I not only met my guardian angel, but also held his hand and heard the voice of God.
See also other interesting videos about life after death on our channel.